Great to have you here. You know, there's obviously a lot of stuff being thrown at the wall here. And the question is, do you think, given the state of this race, that any of this sticks or that it changes anyone's opinions this late in the game?
Well, first of all, I think that John Kelly is a highly respected four-star who lost a son in Afghanistan, and I don't believe that he is making things up, and nobody can really know what the private conversations may have been. However, at the same time, Trump may have just been letting off steam about the loyalty he wanted from his generals compared to what he thought about Hitler's generals. And I think that it's obviously not something that was made for public consumption. I think if these things were said, it was not an effort to say anything publicly about that. But his accusations are not going to move 10 votes, and here's why.
But Howie, let me just ask you one thing there. We just spoke to Nick Ayers, who was also, with them all the time. He says that he believes that they were never said. That's his opinion as someone who was with the two of them very frequently in this situation. So does it make sense for, CBS to lead with this story, for everyone to lead with the story without sort of talking about other people who were in the room and what they're saying? And the Gillen story as well. They're not reporting the other side of that story.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Gillen story is undercut somewhat, I think, by particularly the denial of Mark Meadows, former chief of staff, and saying that because he was the one who was supposedly asked about the funeral, don't pay the funeral costs. And he says that's not true. Right. But as far as General Kelly, he is not a hothead. He doesn't go on TV a lot. He obviously was the source for some of these previous stories. And here's the key thing in my view. Yep. In the past, we have heard all this before. We've had media and Democrats calling Trump Hitler and Mussolini and having magazine covers with a little mustache and all of that. And, also the business about fallen soldiers being called losers and suckers. So I don't see him as a grandstander. I think he was concerned and upset, Kelly says, by the way in which this is played out and the business about the enemy within, Martha.
Yeah, just super quick. I mean, I remember